Hi everyone, good afternoon. I'm glad we finally made it to one room. But I welcome you all to the 461st meeting of Oracle Trailblazers Club. So isn't that amazing? 461. A round of applause. And as some of you here might know, I'm Dakshani and I'm the Sergeant at Arms for this meeting. And before we dive into the meeting, to the exciting agenda that we have lined up for today, let's go over simple 3 rules that we have here. And the rule number 1 is respect. Let's make sure to treat each other with respect, with kindness and with courtesy in this meeting, both on and off the screen. And rule number 2, participation. So in Toastmasters here, we encourage everyone to participate actively in the meeting. That includes the guests as well, especially in the table topic session that will come up later. Whether it's through speaking or listening or through offering feedback to others, ensure that you participate in this meeting. And one reminder, please turn off your mobile phones or keep it on silent during the meeting. We do not want anything to interrupt the speaker or anyone who is actually trying to say something on here. So please kindly put it on silent mode. And finally, the third thing is time management. Let us keep our contributions concise and on schedule. Let's ensure that we always take the right amount of time. Let's not stretch it for too long. And like in general, in the world of Toastmasters, our mission, like I already said, is clear. We want to provide a supportive and positive learning experience and also promote growth over here, right? So that we can develop our communication skills and our leadership skills too. So I feel like somehow this aligns very well with the theme that we have coming up. I'll not say too much about it, but I will just try to ask one thing before I leave, and that is that let's all just take one long deep breath, make ourselves feel calm, and that's it from me. Thank you all for being here. I announce this meeting as open for today, and I invite our president, the ever so active Shailu Srivastawa, to please come on to this.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dakshani. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Dakshani for such a wonderful start. This is the first time she has taken the role, so kudos to you, Toastmaster Dakshani. Last time you have, at the last moment, you have taken the role, so thank you so much. Please give a huge round of applause for taking the courage. I welcome you all to our today's meeting. So today we have a very great agenda. Before that, I have seen we have a guest here today. So I would like to call our guest today on stage to introduce. Can you please? Huh? Yeah.
I would have been nervous.
Your name please? Mohammed. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mohammed Asif today as a guest. So I would like Mohammed to please introduce to the audience.
Hi everyone, I'm Mohammed Asif. So I have been in Oracle since last 1 year. So I'm a part of Oracle University, and I'm a MBA graduate from Kaushal University. Glad to be a part of your team. I was thinking to join this team since long, it gets delayed. Yeah, next week. So finally I made it. So glad being here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We welcome you to our Trailblazers Toastmasters Club, and you are always welcome. As many number of times you want to join us, you are welcome. So thank you so much for joining today. And again, we have our very famous guest, Pooja. Pooja. So I would like Pooja to please come on stage and introduce to the audience. Please. Please give a huge round of applause for Pooja.
Hello everyone, I'm Pooja Shivani. I'm working with Oracle from 2 years as a site reliability engineer. Previously, I was working with Nokia as a research and development engineer. I'm a Google's Women Techmakers ambassador and a public speaker. Apart from that, I'm a traveler. I have traveled to 4 countries and counting more. Also, I love literature and art. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pooja, for introducing to the audience. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, as you are here, so for the benefit of guests, I would like to tell you the history of Toastmasters. Toastmasters started in the year 1905 by Dr. Ralph C. Smedley, who was the education director of the Illinois University. He first started this setup in an informal meeting, in a dinner meeting, where the young men were allowed to give their speeches, and the old men were used to evaluate their speeches. But later in the year 1924, this chapter got officially chartered, and we are now calling it as a Toastmasters International. And in this year 2024, we are celebrating 100 years of Toastmasters International. So today, Toastmasters International is present across 148 countries. We have 27,000 plus clubs, and we are a member of around 270,000. So please give a huge round of applause for each one of us for being a part of this wonderful community. So last week, two very dynamic personalities joined our club. So it's Toastmaster Devi and Toastmaster Anek. So as a ritual of Toastmasters Club, we do a formal induction for them. So I would like to call on stage Toastmaster Devi and Toastmaster Anek on stage, please, for the formal induction. So you both have to read the Toastmasters promise. So one by one we'll do. So you take the gavel as a symbol of power, and you can just, once I'll say, then you can read. As a member of Toastmasters International, you promise that
To attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all of my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meetings assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to club meetings as so they can see the benefits Toastmasters membership offers, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters education and recognition programs, to act within Toastmasters core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Devi. With formally induct Toastmaster Devi as a member of Trailblazers Toastmasters Club. Please welcome the users round of applause. Thank you. You can take a seat. Now, as a member of Toastmasters International, Toastmaster Anek, you promise that.
Okay, can I say same or I have to read?
Yeah, read.
To attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting requirements, to provide fellow members with helpful constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to club meetings so they can see the benefits Toastmasters membership offers, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters education and recognition programs, to act within Toastmasters core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anek. With this, I formally induct you to the Trailblazers Toastmasters Club. Can you please give a huge round of applause? So Toastmaster Anek and Toastmaster Devi, I wish you all the very best for your Toastmasters journey. And I'm sure you must have got your mentors assigned as well. So please reach out to them. And if you need any other help, we all are there. You can reach to any of officer or any of the members. So feel free to do so. So now let's move to the agenda, the main agenda of today's meeting. Last week, we had one topic and we somehow were not able to complete it. So today we are going to continue that topic. So before calling the Toastmaster of the day, there's one Hindi saying, one Hindi poem or lines you can say. अगर सब कुछ मिल जाएगा जिंदगी में तो तमन्ना किसकी करोगे? कुछ अधूरी ख्वाहिशें तो जिंदगी जीने का मजा देती हैं. Which means, if you get everything in your life, what will you wish for? Some unfulfilled wish give you the joy of life. With this, I would like to call on stage to complete the last meeting's agenda, the personality who need no introduction, our very dynamic Toastmasters. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and only Toastmaster Kaushal on stage.
We have the loudest round of applause for our President Toastmasters Club. Thank you, Shalu. And this is what exactly we do when we forget the introduction. This man needs no introduction. Hi, I'm just kidding. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
How are you all doing?
Great.
Good.
That was a very stoic response.
It rained yesterday, so.
All right. A very warm welcome to all of you in this 461st meeting of Oracle Trailblazers Toastmaster Club. Can we have a huge round of applause? I know the last session was really life-changing for many of us, at least for me. And yes, for all of you, because it rained after the session. So I could take the credit that, okay, I did a session after which it rained. Now today, since just like all the web series which don't get completed in one session, I think this session somehow turned out to be a web series or at least a session series of Toastmaster which did not get complete in one session. So today I'm here to extend this session which we did last time. Of course, I think few of us found it very interesting. Few of us, I'm very sure, will find it very interesting once we complete this session. And I'm very sure that it will actually impact your life in one ways or other if you keep following the principles that we tried last week and what we are going to discuss. Now, before I start, I will just say that we will have a normal agenda of the meeting. We will have the normal agenda of the meeting, which is we will first have the prepared speeches. So now all of you know prepared speeches, where a speaker will come up here and will prepare a 5 to 7 minute of speech depending on what project or what pathways he or she is following. The second, we will have the most interesting called table topic, where a speaker will be called upon and will be given a very impromptu topic, a topic which he or she will not know, and that's how you test the water of your communication skill. And the third and the most important thing that we do in Toastmasters is we give feedback. And of course, there is a very popular saying that feedback is the breakfast of the champions. I know you all are champion and you already had your breakfast, enough, but we will still provide you the breakfast today as we go forward. Now, jumping straight into the theme of the day. So, okay, I'm very sure that you must have heard the Sergeant-at-Arms address. Okay, now I would like to ask you, what are the 4 core Toastmaster values which you might have heard without Googling, please?
Respect.
Okay, integrity.
Commitment.
No,
Time management.
no. Okay, there's a quick comment. Yeah, please go ahead. Very nice. Way to remember this. If you just remember the acronym. Okay, it is written in the background. RISE, which is respect, integrity, service, and excellence. This shows our awareness.
Was about to say like this.
Alright, and one interesting thing is, thing about integrity is doing things in a right manner. So there are people in Toastmaster who say that we should not tell it as RISE, we should always mention it as IRSC. I don't know, people have their reasoning, because we should not do it for convenience, we should do it as it is. Now, why I wanted to tell you this is because integrity is one of the core values of Stoicism. Okay, if you would have seen the poster, there are 4 things in the poster which I mentioned. Can anybody remember that, or actually don't see the poster?
I just saw it.
One
Okay.
is wisdom.
What?
Wisdom.
Temperament, then
Temperament.
courage and justice.
Yes. So integrity also is an inherent part of these all four pillars. Okay, when you say justice, justice is also about integrity. Although there is a separate thin line which actually can be which can arguably differentiate these two, but we understand that integrity is one of the core values of justice as well. Now, since we have already understood what stoicism are, there are few members who did not join last time. So I'll just give you a quick brief about what is stoicism. But before I go on for that, I would like to see if anybody remembers what stoicism is all about. Anybody would like to give a quick 1 minute brief of what stoicism as per you it is? You need not to stick to the official definition, just what is your thinking, what is your takeaway from the stoicism?
It is a way of living life, staying humble and calm, even though the situation is like worse. Yeah. Resilient.
Very good. Can you go good round of applause? Any other thing which you remember from the last session, please?
It's like if there's something which is not in your control, you shouldn't worry about it or try to change it.
One of the very good and very important part that we will discuss today, which is called okay, we will come to that. Thank you so much. Any other thing which you remember from the last session?
The first word that you used in the last session.
And what is that?
Sthit pragya.
Sthit pragya. Okay. What does that mean?
It is the way of life or the way we see the situations, whether it is extremely happy or sad, you just treat it in the same way.
Okay.
They kind of.
Thank you very much. It's about staying very much balanced, not going to the extreme of happiness or not feeling the extreme sorrowness, taking life as it comes. Because Stoicism believes that the adversity is one of the few things which teaches you the life skills. And happiness is something which is not under your control. I mean, even if it is under your control, you should not be very happy about that because things keep changing. Right? And change is the only constant. You are very educated audience. Thank you so much. My life will only become easier from here. But before we start the general agenda of the day, I would just like to touch upon those 4 quick core values. So I'll just quickly share my screen for a good slide which I had prepared for this. I hope you will like it. Okay. So there are 4 cardinal Stoic virtues, okay, and these were kind of proposed by, or these were, it was proposed by one of these Stoics called Atrius or Atria, I think, I'm just missing the name. But these are the 4 values, which are 4 virtues, which are actually part of, which actually became part of Stoicism, and these are temperance. Now, how we define temperance is, it is also called moderation. It's about living a life with moderation. Like, you just don't be extravagant on anything. You should have a restraint, self-control, discipline, and resilience. These all form the core virtue of temperance. Now, the other thing which is very much important here is practical wisdom. Okay, what is practical wisdom? Of course, I've written it here. Is distinguishing the difference between the good, the bad, and the indifferent. So that 2-3 things. What is indifference in your opinion? Let's have everybody's attention here. What is indifference in your opinion?
You neither love nor hate it. You just don't
Exactly.
care about the
Equality.
Not exactly equality. It's like, it's closer to what she said. It's about not giving very much, what is it? You don't care about whether it is good or bad or anything. So that is one of the things. So practical wisdom is actually about thinking, actually about deciding what works good for you and what works bad for you, or to what extent you have to stay indifferent to any of the topic. This is practical wisdom. The third and one of the most important is courage. Of course, we all know dar ke aage jeet hai, right? But what exactly is courage? Courage is state of remaining strong and in control of one's emotion, no matter what life has to throw at you. So courage. So if you actually decipher that sentence, dar ke aage jeet hai, what exactly it means? Like, if of course if you are not aware of Hindi, it actually means if you step out of your comfort zone. I mean, we can make this statement mean like, if you step out of your comfort zone, if you step out of your fear, then there lies the victory. right? And that exactly is courage, because fear is one state which everybody will have, but courage is what makes you step out of that. This is exactly the difference, is what I feel. Courage is what it takes to step out of that fear zone and approach for what you have not seen. And there lies the victory, or sometimes defeat, but we don't know. Okay. And of course, the most important thing is justice. Of course, justice is one of the things where integrity plays a very vital role. And it actually, integrity is okay. How you define integrity? First thing is, what is your opinion about integrity? What exactly the word integrity means? Can somebody explain? Online, offline, anybody? I'll give 1 minute. Integrity. What do you feel integrity is?
I'm trying to think in terms of the word disintegrate. When you say disintegrate, you like break down or not be as you are.
Staying true to your value. Yeah.
The opposite of it would be being what you say. You know.
Sticking to your moral values no matter what the situation is.
Yeah, it is very close. So it is doing the things right, no matter what. Doing the things no matter what means the other things might be very convenient to you. I mean, going otherwise, but you stay to the course, you stay to the right values, and do things as it is needed, and not choose the convenient way. That is called integrity. Of course, if you do that, justice is just the next step, because the justice is nothing but delivering the right thing to the right people or to yourself. Okay, these are the 4 cardinal virtues. Now I will not bore you enough with this philosophy, and we will move to the regular agenda of the day. Before I move to the one of the most important thing which I wanted to discuss, which is dichotomy of control, which we'll discuss little later after this section. So we will now start with the regular agenda of the day, and in order to keep us all engaged, I would like to request the general evaluator of the day to please come in. Before I call upon Toastmaster Ravindra as general evaluator, I would like to share an introduction. Ravindra is working in an OCI project. He keeps trying for betterment every day. He believes in enhancing spiritual growth, and that's why he tries to spend each moment joyfully. Of course, he's one of the most stoic characters of our club. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Toastmaster Ravindra. Over to you, Toastmaster Ravindra.
Toastmaster Kaushal for that warm welcome. You're able to hear me, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So today I'm playing the role of general evaluator. So once again, I welcome you all for this 461st meeting. So as a general evaluator, I will be monitoring the speeches and all the whatever happening, all the events happening in this 2-hour session of this. So I will be making note of the things and what are the improvements or how we can better improve the session. So I will be noting those events and making those points, and will be giving at the end of the session. So for that to help with me, I have a tag team, that is timer, counter, and grammarian. So for today's session, we have a timer, Toastmaster Sai Akash. So about Sai Akash, he joined Oracle 8 months ago as a MTS in OCI. He is a foodie who loves traveling and knowing people around him. As a coffee addict, he loves meeting people for coffee chats. His reason for joining Trailblazers Toastmasters is mainly to get rid of his stage fear and become a more confident and effective speaker. Nowadays, he's trying to revive his long dead reading habit. So I welcome Toastmaster Sai Akash to give the timer objectives.
Hi all. So given the time constraint today, I'll just go over the my role today. I am the timer, and we have 2 speeches lined up. One is an icebreaker, which will be for 4 to 6 minutes. I'll show the red card at 4 minutes, the yellow card at 5 minutes, and the green card at 6 minutes. The speaker gets a buffer time of about 30 seconds, and I'll hold my red card up till 6 minutes 30 seconds. The same for the normal speech, which is 5 minutes will be the green card. Yellow card will be at 6 minutes. Red card will be at 7 minutes and will be held up till 7.5 minutes. Coming to table topics, we have a time limit of 2.5 minutes. I'll show the green card at 1.5 minutes, yellow card at 2 minutes. No, green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1.5 minutes, and red card at 2 minutes. And I'll hold it up till 2.5. Thank you very much.
Thank you, timer Sayakash. Next, I would like to invite my accounter, Toastmaster Dinesh, who is contributing most of his time in encouraging us through his slides and PPTs. And so, more about Dinesh. He's a software developer for Oracle retail application and has been in IT for 4+ years. Always looking forward to connecting with like-minded folks with interests in music, art, and movies. So please welcome Toastmaster Dinesh to give his counter objectives.
Thank you, General Evaluator Ravindra. So just a correction, this week I turned 5 years in IT. So yeah, I survived the 5 years. As an counter, my role would be throughout the meeting, I'll be making a note of the overused words or the filler and the crutch words that are being used. Usually we tend to use those words to fill in the silences. It's a golden rule in Toastmasters that if you are going blank, it's better to just be silent than, continue the flow by using overused words like, and so on, or use this crutch words like It's unavoidable. That's how we grow. We try to minimize it. So I'll present my report at the end of the meeting, how well we did on that front. With that, I'd like to call the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh. Next, I would like to invite our third role, grammarian role, played by Toastmaster Mamata. So Mamata she's a QA engineer with Oracle Fusion GRC product. She loves being around people, talking to them, sharing their experiences and ideas. She loves listening to all types of music, more interest for old Bollywood songs. So I would like to welcome Mamata, Toastmaster Mamata, to give her grammarian objectives.
Thanks, Ravindra. A very good afternoon to all fellow Toastmasters and guests. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening and whatever the correct uses of words they are using or wrong uses in English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, saying or thoughts. So today I will be going to introduce the word of the day, equilibrium, which means a calm state of mind and a balance of emotions. So how you can use that in sentence, like you need to have balance of the forces to keep an object in equilibrium. One more example I can give, like I can use the word like stoicism used by our Toastmaster Kaushal. Like stoicism teaches the art of maintaining emotional equilibrium even in the face of adversity. Like one more example I can give, achieving equilibrium through stoicism, she faced the turbulent waters of life with unwavering composure. So like that, you can use this word in your speeches or in your talks. The phrase of the day is like, sometimes it's okay to be not okay. Like that means if sometimes we go through any problems and we'll face any challenges in life, so we will be not happy all the time. So in that case, it's okay and we can be vulnerable. So example is like how we can use this in our sentence, like when faced with a setback, like in real time life, like when faced with a setback, like not getting a desired promotion, a stoic response involves acknowledging the disappointment but maintaining emotional equilibrium. This means accepting the negative emotions while focusing on what can be controlled and using the experience as an opportunity for growth. In this way, it's okay not to be okay. It reflects the understanding that setbacks are part of life, but through stoicism or through our emotional equilibrium state of mind, one can find balance and resilience. So with that, I will give my report at the end of this meeting. With that, I will hand over the stage to our evaluator, Ravindra. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Grammarian, for that wonderful objectives.
Thank you.
Before we proceed, I would like to, today we have one speech by Toastmaster Daipayan. He's giving his L1 P2 speech. So for that speech, our Toastmaster Barnali will be evaluating his speech. So I would like to welcome Toastmaster Barnali to give the speech objectives for the Daipayan speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravindra. So today my target speaker is Toastmaster Daipayan, and he's going to attempt his L1 P2 speech. And the speech title is Later Tomorrow. The purpose of this project is for the Toastmaster to review the basic methods of writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. Looking forward to your speech, Toastmaster Daipayan. All the best. Thank you.
Toastmaster Barnali.
Thank you.
So with that, I will hand over to our Toastmaster team for Toastmaster of the day. So and at the end of the session, I will be giving the overall report with my tag team. Over to TMOD.
Thank you.
Toastmaster. Yeah.
Thank you so much, each one of you, for clearly elucidating your roles and responsibility. I'm very sure everybody has understood that very clearly, and that's how we'll go forward. Now, we have reached to the point where we are with that act which we were waiting for the day. So today we have the first and unfortunately the only speech today, as the other speaker had to step down. So today we are going to have this speech from Toastmaster Daipayan. This is L1 P2, which is level 1 project 2, and Daipayan is a UX designer working in the Oracle design team, challenging himself to build software products which are delightful to use. He endeavors to live by the maxim of less but better. Again, I think is very close to stoicism. He loves music, coffee, and long drives. And if you might have seen, he is one of the finest flute player that we have in Oracle. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause for our speaker of the day, Toastmaster Daipayan? Speech title: Later Tomorrow. Toastmaster Daipayan. Toastmaster Daipayan, later tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
So, recently, I think we all have been talking about the weather in Bangalore, right? We started off saying stoicism and it dropped the rains and everything. So, this year has been uncharacteristically hot. So, how many of you actually felt that this year has been uncharacteristically hot? Okay, everyone. And how many of you did something about it? Like you purchased an AC or you bought a private swimming pool or whatever. How many of you?
Not swimming.
Okay, a fair number. Some people did something. So that brings me to this point. There are two kinds of people in this world, right? So one are those who will complain about the Bangalore weather, say it's very hot, they want a solution, they will write down what are the steps for the solution, they will go and execute it, and they will have something, a AC or a swimming pool, and they'll be like fine with it. The other category of people are also those who will complain about the Bangalore weather, who will want a solution, who will write down the steps for the solution, and then do nothing, right? So I kind of belong to that second category of people. And for years, I've had this habit of just putting things off, putting things for later, putting things off for tomorrow. My mother even tells me now that as a child, whenever she would give me a task, I would always say kalke, which means tomorrow in Bengali. So I found a lot of comfort in these words. And then I realized that this is actually a habit. And this habit has a name. It's called procrastination, right? So the general narrative about procrastination is that it is bad, it is lazy, it's very unproductive. So there are tons of YouTube videos and self-help books and all of this which tells you that procrastination is not okay. And I'm here to tell you that it's okay not to be okay, right? And so I have found in my experience that procrastination is actually beneficial in many situations. And I'm going to share 3 takeaways or 3 ways I have found it useful, and you might find it useful as well. So the first way or the first takeaway is that what I call auto resolution. So you might have experienced this before. Many times you don't do anything about a problem and it kind of auto resolves, right? So you must be part of many of these apartment WhatsApp groups where there's a lot of anger and hate being thrown. And if you keep responding to all of these, you see it like escalates. But if you just leave it aside, it kind of auto resolves, right? It recently happened to me when there was this baby bottle sterilizer that I use at my home and it went bad. And I belong to the second category, so I did nothing about it and faced that situation with a lot of courage and temperance and all of that. And then after 1 month, I saw that, it suddenly started working. So I did nothing, but then how it got resolved and what was the problem, it just got resolved. The second takeaway is what I call the last minute rush, right? So everyone will tell you that, oh, don't procrastinate. You'll land up into this last minute rush and you'll have deadlines and it's so stressful. But what I have seen is that the more if you procrastinate and you reach closer to the deadline, your mind kind of goes into this mode of figuring out what is the maximum impact work I can do at that point. And those of you who have been to engineering colleges, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So we never ever studied during the semester. And then just one day before the exam, we would figure out all these smart ways to kind of pass the exam, right? And it worked. The third takeaway is the fact of aligning with the universe. And this is a bit weird, but we are all built to be random. Nature in itself is built on this principle of entropy, which is just increasing the randomness. And that is what breeds all the creativity and growth and change, right? So the more we align to structures and doing things on time and all of that is going against our nature. A lot of the scientists like Albert Einstein or Da Vinci or even Steve Jobs, they never ever jumped into a problem to solve it immediately. They would allow the problem to just sort of ruminate at the back of their heads. And that's what leads to these unique connections and perspective. Apart from that, there are a lot of health benefits because you don't always rush into things, right? So you don't face burnout and you get to prioritize all of these things. So those are some of the benefits. Now coming back to the AC story. So, my wife, and wives are very good at predicting things. So she predicted in January that this year is going to be really, really hot. So why don't we go and get ACs, because now it's off season, we'll get a good discount. So again, I belong to that second category, so I did nothing and I faced the whole situation again with a lot of courage and temperance and patience. So now it's May and I still don't have an AC. So I went the other day to the store and I asked, I want to get an AC fitted. And then I realized that all the stock is over. There is no stock anywhere because this year has been hot and they are not able to replenish inventory, right? So that brings me to this final takeaway that I want to leave you all with, that there are some tasks in life that are given by your wife. But for everything else, there is procrastination. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we use round of applause for Toastmasters? How relatable is the word? I could quickly relate with 2 points which you said. One was about the WhatsApp group thing, getting a lot of things in the what is it, community WhatsApp group, the apartment WhatsApp group, and then of course I have done nothing for most of these. Like even I tried doing, but actually world wanted me, universe wanted me to not get into that. So there recently happened that the kitchen area got clogged for me, and the washing machine, when we used to run the washing machine, it used to flood our utility area. And for 1.5 months, we were following up with all the people possible, and we were not getting it resolved. And I had to go to my hometown, come back, and then it happened again. And then I did once this flushing kind of thing with that special plumbing device. And I don't know how, but it just cleared off. And we had got professional plumbing people. They worked for 8 hours on that. It did not work. And it is a true story. And somehow it got resolved. I don't know how. So it happens. But yeah, I would not suggest procrastinating on everything, because you have wife's task as well. So, all right, thank you so much for such insightful journey of yours, and what a beautiful speech. And I think most of us will have a good takeaway from this speech. Now moving next, since we only have one speech, we'll move to the next section, which is table topic of the day. And in order to get into that, we need to pass one more slide, which is this one. Okay, I'll share again. So one of the most important things which Sai mentioned was this, which is the things that we can control and the things which we can't control. Okay, so one of the most prominent promoters of Stoicism is called Epictetus. Okay, and Epictetus proposed this called dichotomy of control, which means there are things that we control. There are two things. I mean, we can either control things or we can't control things. So if you see the slide here, it clearly says your thoughts and your actions are only two things which you can control. For everything else, it's like your wife's order, like what just Daipayan said. Everything else you cannot control. So life is all about getting into this equilibrium. I think, okay, I would just like to come back and say my special thanks to Mamta for Toastmaster Mamta, for clearly putting that Stoicism in one line. It's the equilibrium of emotion on the face of adversity. I think if you again relate it back, if you have a problem, then this is the workflow. Okay, is there a problem in your life? Yes. Can you do something about it? Yes. Then why you worry? Is there more to do? No, don't worry. If you can't do about it anything, then also don't worry. Now you all can see me. Stop watching the slide. All right, so basically I wanted to address this issue so there are many points and many things, many principles in Stoicism, but I picked just two of this so that we address two most important things in the interest of time. So this is one, of course, the most important thing, which is called dichotomy of control. Like you can do your best, you can be the best employee of your organization, but that is something which is under your control. But you will get promotion or you will get hike. It's not under your control. So that is how you exercise dichotomy of control. Now, this is something which is very much relatable to one of the very famous texts in our history, or I would say mythology, Bhagavad Gita. And I'm just assuming some of you can relate now. Can anybody relate with one of the very cool lines of Bhagavad Gita?
Focus on the karma.
Yes. So, what's the line? Karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachane. So if you see, Karmanye vadikaraste line might fall in the first thing. Like you only have the control on your karma. For everything else, you don't need to worry, and you need not to worry about that at all. That is exactly what the dichotomy of control is. Having said that, again we will move to the second section of this fabulous session which is going now. We have one special person, one new Toastmaster to take us through. Okay, I'll stop sharing. Somebody said something, sorry?
No.
Okay, so we have a new Toastmaster, the table topic master for today. We have Toastmaster Anek as table topic master. Toastmaster Anek is working as a principal product manager in PeopleSoft development team. He believes that books we read and people we meet impact us the most. So he likes to read and meet with a lot of people. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Toastmaster Anek as the table topic master.
Thank you. Okay, so are you ready for the table topics?
Yes.
So you know the rules, right? 1 to 2 minutes, no pressure. Just come, I will give you a topic, very simple topic. So the later you postpone, I will give you a difficult topic.
No procrastination.
No procrastination here. Okay, so so it is like 1 to 2 minutes, 1 green, 1.5 yellow, and 2 red. Okay. So you are coming, right? The first topic.
So just a small correction as what Sai said. Actually, the timer will keep raising his red card till the end of the speech, and there will be no way to tell the speaker that you have overshot the time.
Sign, right?
Krishna.
Oh, Krishna. So I have to choose a simple topic. Maybe the first one is simple one. So the topic is, if you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. So like whatever your interpretation on this topic, you speak.
If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember. Yeah. So yeah, I can relate to a story in my college days. Okay, so I was a below average student in my college, and then unfortunately in one of my semester exams, my CGPA was very less. And then one day, my mother called me, I mean after the results, and she asked me, "Hey, how much is your CGPA?" Then I didn't have enough courage to tell her the truth. So I just bumped up a little bit so that she will feel happy. I know what's the number, she feels happy. So then I told her that number. Okay, she was now very happy. Okay, please, I'm doing well. But later, I didn't remember what figure I told. I mean, for a few days. Then after a few days, in one of my discussion with my brother, during a casual discussion with my brother, and how am I doing it? The same topic came again, and I told her a different number. I told him a different number. Then my mother was hearing the conversation of from my brother. He is on a speaker phone, and my mother was there. Hey, you said, she remembered it correctly. Hey, you said that number at the time, and how can number change now? So that's when I realized you need a lot of memory to tell lies. For telling truth, you don't need memory, but you need a lot of memory to tell lies. That's what one of my experience I can relate to the topic you mentioned.
Yeah, that was, I think, very good story and to the point. Like if you tell a lot of lies, you have to remember a lot of things, right? And like what I've realized, in impromptu speaking also, people generally speak the truth, Like if you bring it somebody in front of a lot of people, and if you ask them questions, most of the time they will speak the truth, okay? So if you want somebody to tell you that you are, you want to know about themselves, just ask them the questions when they're on the stage, okay? It's very difficult. If somebody asks you like, are you this? They will, can't make stories, in front of these many people, okay? So who's coming second? Yeah, good. The second topic is, to get the full value of joy, you have to share with someone else. So yeah. You need to repeat?
I think, first of all, very good speech. I can relate to my own story where I have to tell or increase the numbers to tell to a friend who has come first. Anyway, so joy is something which increases or gets amplified when you share with others. And I'm sure at some point in our lives, each one of us would have experienced it. So I can very candidly remember when I got married and I moved to Chennai, I had decided, so I have been always working throughout my life. That starts from my summer vacation, first job till today. So I thought that since this is a very important juncture or very important milestone in my personal life, I'll take a break from work. And that was something very difficult for me because I have always worked and sitting at home just enjoying was too difficult. So I would read newspaper and I found something interesting where Indian women across the globe, as in NRIs and so on, they were making this blanket for poor people and they were entering into Guinness World Record. And I decided to take that up and we were even till today nobody has broken that record, which is the largest, longest and lengthiest carpet in the world made through crochet. And we have shared this with the poor people, and that's how I think I kind of connect with the topic which you said, that the joy you share, it can be either an emotion or it can either be in form of something you share and is useful for someone. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was a good connect on the topic. Thank you. Okay, so who is the third speaker? Anybody online? Who have not taken a role? Maybe. Okay, Dinesh already done. Okay.
Anyone else wants to go? Okay.
Asif, you like to?
Yeah, so I think Dinesh is good. Dinesh, you are trying, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the topic is, do you think that people can change? Why or why not? I mean, do you think that people can change or they cannot change? And whatever situation you can take and talk about it.
Okay. Thank you, Table Topics Master Anek, for this topic. And I'd like to share my views on what you asked. Do I think people can change? I'll rather tell you a story and the group will decide if people can change. So this was 2 weeks ago when I promised myself that this was the last time that I'll ever be ordering online and I won't order food from online anymore. This was 2 weeks ago because my weight is just exponentially increasing, no sight of decrease. And then cut to today, no, not today, yesterday, and I had ordered pizza from Pizza Hut. I don't know how it happened. Maybe some black magic was going on. But then I came to terms with the fact that maybe it's very difficult for people to change. And I would stick to that. I know I have again uninstalled the application. I have made 1,000 promises to myself, to all the gods out there, that I would restrict myself from eating. So much so that I have even decided to skip my lunch and maybe dinner also, light dinner. But I know that's not going to happen. And a week later, I'll be again complaining about how, there is no control that I have. But on a lighter note, I know I'd be diplomatic. I definitely, this was just a comic side to it, but I do believe people can change. We just have to keep an open mind. We just have to give them enough opportunities. And with that care, with that sense of responsibility, or with that love, definitely people can change. It's just that we need to be a little patient with people. With that, back to you, Table Topics Master.
Yeah, I think people can change, and I would say that these are kind of habits that change, right? So when you say people, the whatever habits we have that make us, so we might change in some habits, may not change in others. Like that man will be man-head. Probably some habits never change, but some do. Yeah, I like Dinesh did. Okay, so one last we take, or we have more topics we can do?
We can take two more.
Yeah, two more. Okay. So who's coming next? Yes.
Yes. After me.
So your topic is like, when was the last time you tried something new? So maybe whatever new thing you tried, you can talk about it.
Never late.
If you try to learn a new skill or new thing, new series, new movie, whatever new you did, you can talk about it.
You did something for the first time.
Yeah, that's all.
Hi everyone. I'm Mohammad Asif. So, today is my first day at Trailblazers Club. So I being a very adventurous person, I usually try to do things which I have not done before. I'm a very much like bike addict. So I usually find out places in and around Bangalore. If we say some places, like it's a very like Bangalore is very huge in so I try to find out new places. For example, where we went along with my friend, Nice Road, just to have that Nice Road is very famous. It's a privatized road. So we went on an adventurous ride till some place where we covered this, like how is that road, private road is maintained and all. So yeah, I'm a kind of person who tries to find out if there is something new in terms of like adventurous ride and all, and we go over there. So yeah, that's it.
No, you said last one is last.
No, right, so it was the other way around. It was just to encourage people to come. Okay. So what do you love about yourself? What do you love most about yourself?
My favorite topic.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. My topic is what I love most about myself. So the one thing which I like most about myself is like curiosity. So I took this step like 3 years back to start traveling alone, which was very new at that time. It was lockdown, but I took that step and I have traveled alone, and then it eventually makes a habit out of it. I maintained an equilibrium between my work and my passion to travel. Sometimes it's okay not to be okay. I was in dangerous situations, a horrible situation, but I learned to face it on my own. And I have tried anything and everything in my life. You name it, and I have done all the adventure activities, dance, different dance from literature, arts. If something which gives me a thrill, I just directly jump into it. I'm a fearless girl. Thank you.
Yeah, I think really use the word of the day and phrase of the day in a table topic speech. Okay, so that is something to cheer
I have
about.
I have a point to add here. So this topic is very suitable for puja. You know why? Those who have watched Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum would know that. मैं अपनी favorite हूँ वाली. So I thought she would say that.
Her name was also Pooja, right?
Yes, that's why.
It is actually true. Thank you, man.
I thought she'll start with that. मैं अपनी favorite हूँ.
So that's all from me. Thank you. And back to Toastmaster of the day.
Can we have a thunderous applause for Toastmaster Anek? He took this for the very first time. It indeed takes a lot of courage and temperance and wisdom and justice again to step forward and take a role. Okay, I'm not kidding. I'm actually taking. I'm telling the truth because it takes a lot of courage to step up here and take a role. So it was your first time. It's just your second or third session, I guess. Yeah. Second. And you took a very, very important role. I would like to request everybody to give a round of applause again. Right, with that, I think we are on the fag end of the session. And before we move to the next, which is the most important section, which is evaluation, I would just like to take one more minute and say a little bit more thing. Small little slide for you all. Okay, what do you know some? Okay, I would leave with you, leave all of you with some recommendations to read. And so, what are the people? What are the philosophies? I would say I would recommend read about the people, and then you will learn about the philosophies that followed up. So I would just recommend you a few of the people who are known to be very are the very famous proponents of Stoicism or in philosophy in general. So you might have heard about Marcus Aurelius. I think you must have seen also. Some of you might have seen that movie called Troy. You might see Marcus Aurelius in that. Otherwise, you might have heard because he has been a very influential person. He was one of the strongest emperor in the Rome, as we all know, and also he was one of the most prominent philosophers. He came out with his experiments of meditation, which actually went on to impact the life of one of the very popular president of South Africa. Name? Nelson Mandela. Exactly, which we got to know about in the last session. We also have Zeno of CTM. It's fairly very new name, but this is one of the people. This is one of the person who actually went on and founded this term called Stoicism. It was actually initially known as Zenoism because he was a founder. But since the people in the Stoicism believe that no one is very perfect, so just instead of going ahead with Zenoism, they went on and called it as Stoicism, because Stoicism word came from a word called Stoika Poikile, which is actually a place, a kind of marketplace instead of an academia where people discuss about what things are good and what things are not good in life. Of course, you can, one of the very famous thing which you might have actually heard or you might have read about in the case, you might have heard about Julius Caesar and all. How many of you have heard about Portia? Okay, Portia. So Portia was also one of the very stoic lady. I mean, she was one of the female characters who actually exhibited stoicism in a very, very fearless manner. If you remember one of the stories where she had actually stabbed herself in her thighs just to test her power of temperance, power of control, just to see that if she's actually in that mode of stoicism. There is an extended story of that, but just to tell you in short that she's one of the prominent figures. She was one of the prominent figures of stoicism. You can also read about Cleanthes. Then you can also read about Seneca the Younger. You can also read about one of the most famous Stoics, which is Epictetus. Yeah. Epictetus is one of the famous Stoic. One very famous story about him, which we all don't know, is that his master was cruel, very cruel. So Epictetus was actually a slave. So the idea of Stoicism, it is said that other than him, everybody was rich. So the people, the philosophers were so rich that they never had to work in general. But this person, Epictetus, was completely a different person. He actually was a slave, and he had very cruel master even in terms of Roman Empire. So he actually came. He had seen all the phases of life, and that's why he's called one of the most accomplished Stoics or accomplished philosophers. I would like you to read about him and know more about Stoicism and about life. There's a book which I'm reading currently, which actually influenced me to come up with this session. It's called Lives of Stoics. It's by Ryan Holiday. So this is one of the very important books, and I have now reached at a point where I need to. I will be reading about Marcus Aurelius, which is the most important chapter, and it is the most influential chapter of this book. So I would request you to read more about this and get to know more about Stoicism. Adapt few things which you feel that can help you in your life. Of course, not everything will be in a. We will not be in a position to adopt and adapt everything. So just see if you can use that philosophy in your life. Of course, I'm very, very, very sure that if you use some of the things, your life will be more smooth. Yeah, it will be in more equilibrium, I would say, because we all have to be in more emotional equilibrium on the face of adversity, is what we understand as Stoicism is. Now, with that, I would
actually I have a suggestion.
Yes.
Like in the end of the meeting, like last 5-10 minutes, like people can talk about like what new book they are reading, or what new activity they are trying, so that 5-10 minutes at the end, so that other people can learn new thing, a new book or some new activity they are doing.
Thank you. We'll see how we can implement this. Thank you for your input. And with that, we will move to the next section, which is the evaluation section. So I would like to call upon General Evaluator of the Day, Toastmaster Ravindra once again. And once Toastmaster Ravindra is done, then he can hand it over back to me and I can conclude the session. All right, Toastmaster Ravindra, over to you for the General Evaluation session. Thank you.
Toastmaster Kaushal, you are able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, my network is not stable. It's not in a state of equilibrium. Yeah. Okay. So it's not in a state like our team, which is in equilibrium state, like everybody contributed and made this session successful. So
Your network is procrastinating, actually.
yeah. Okay,
It is-
it's okay not to be okay. Yeah. Okay, finally, so our next session, next event is evaluation. So I would like to welcome Toastmaster Barnali for evaluating our L1 P2 speech given by Toastmaster Daipayan. Over to you, Barnali.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
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 Okay. I'm trying to come back to equilibrium after that, after the jokes that Toastmaster Ravindra cracked. Okay. So someone said the best part about procrastination is that you are never bored because you have all kinds of things that you should be doing. With that, I would like to start the evaluation. I think Toastmaster Daipayan, as usual, you were outstanding. You excelled at a few things, like you started with a question which gripped the audience from the start till the finish. I was hooked to your speech. I didn't miss anything, that is for sure. The next thing, you incorporated the phrase of the day, it's okay not to be okay, very beautifully, as if you knew that from before, the way you put it. So that's fabulous. I cannot do that. Thirdly, I would say the content itself, like you prefer to differ from the usual convention is, I have heard many speeches or presentations about why not to procrastinate, but you preferred to differ from that and come up with something talking about the benefits of it, which is great. You're courageous. Your speech had an excellent structure. You used points, point 1, point 2, point 3. Every point had real life examples, which worked really well. You justified with those examples. Although, like, when you started, I was like, how is he going to justify this speech? and you did it, I mean, very beautifully. The last thing I would say is your AC story. I think that made me realize that perhaps my husband is not the most annoying one when it comes to procrastination. Oh God, I think his life is going to be a little easier now. So definitely what you can work on, I really gave it a thought. I didn't find anything. I think you are perfect. I don't find any issue that you can work on. Probably you can work on your procrastination. That is one point. But to challenge yourself, I would say you are a super talented person that we all know. So probably bring some kind of variety to your speeches by using something like a musical instrument or anything you are good at. I know you are good at several things. So probably bring out something in your speech and see if it creates magic. It will create magic. Thank you. Over to General Evaluator.
Toastmaster Banali for that evaluation, which helps speaker to give more speeches in the coming days. So with that, I would like to welcome our tag team. First with our timer, which has a lot of temperance, our Toastmaster Sai Akash. To give his timer report.
Thank you, TM Ravindra. I'll go over my timer report. Today's meeting number 461, we began at 3:09 p.m. and the essay proceeded with short intro for 2 minutes 50 seconds. Then our President Shailu came ahead and he introduced the guests as well as others, and it took 7 minutes 51 seconds. The first prepared speech by Daipayan took 6 minutes 8 seconds. Then we had the table topics where Krishna took 1 minute 30 seconds, David took 1 minute 43 seconds, Dinesh took 1 minute 55 seconds, Asif took 1 minute 11 seconds, Pooja took 51 seconds. And finally, we had the evaluation by Banali, and she took 2 minutes 37 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sai Akash, for that timer report. So next, I would like to invite our amazing accounter, Toastmaster Dinesh, to give his accounter report.
Thank you, General Evaluator Ravindra. So, just a moment. Yeah. So I haven't noted down the number of times or the overused words were used, but I'd like to individually point out the people who might need some improvement around that. Toastmaster Ravindra, I found you used more times, so you could work on that. There was also some usage of overused words like, and so. So if we could work on that, it would be much better. Toastmaster Mamta, I did see that and were used a little bit. It was much better from your previous meetings, I could say, but there were still few usages. So maybe you could work on that. Daipayan, I would say, was wonderful. It was very hard to find any of those filler words or any of those overused words, but I did find the usage of so was slightly overused, like very much in control. But if that, you can work on that if need be. Coming to our table topic speakers, I myself used a lot of ours. I would say that Krishna, you also did use some R's and ums. So do work on that. And there was a few of the overused words. Devi, you were wonderful. I did not find any of the overused words, but R and ums were used. So maybe you can have a better check next time. Asif, I observed that you use ya a lot in order to bridge the silences or to join the sentences. It's better to just start a new sentence, not using any of these filler words. Pooja, similar to Asif, I didn't find any R and ums, but and was used quite a few times. The absolute bangers of today's meeting in terms of R's and ums, minimal usage of R's and ums were Toastmaster of the Day, Kaushal. I was trying very hard to find any of those usage, but I couldn't. So kudos to you. We look forward to being like you, using minimum of these words. Barnali, as well as Daipayan. So congrats all three of you. You're wonderful. And for the rest of us, yeah, it's okay to be not okay. It's actually required for us to be not okay so that we learn better. And let's make it a point that will make this Toastmaster equilibrium as, okay, I used it very wrongly. No, don't raise it. I don't have a point there. So with that, I'll just call back our general evaluator, Ravindra.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh, for that wonderful report. For next, I would like to invite our glorious grammarian Toastmaster Mamta for her grammarian report.
So in my today's report, I was initially thinking that what word I have given, what phrase I have given, if it will fit to today's topic or not. Then my daughter was saying, Mama, what word you are given? You could have given some better word, some better phrase. I was thinking that nobody can use that word, and that equilibrium in terms of this word cannot be used, cannot be done in today's meeting. But I was wrong. Many people use this word equilibrium in their speeches and in their talks and in their table topics, everything. Like Daipayan, he, as usual, he used, like he is excellent. He used the phrase and the word in an appropriate manner. And Kaushal, he also used the word equilibrium, and he justifies the definition of stoicism. And I was also taking this word, thinking that topic, so that it will suit to today's agenda and today's that topic. So yeah, I was just surfing through the internet, and immediately that word came in between in front of my screen. So I took that word. I was initially thinking, no, it's okay not to be okay, like in terms of this words uses and this phrase uses, but it was, I was wrong, and it was like used by many people. Dinesh used it very nicely. He used many times. Even Pooja, like our guest, she uses this phrase and word very nicely. Ravindra uses it many times. And grammar, in terms of grammar, I did not find any mistake today. Everybody was correct in their grammar. Like in terms of my knowledge, according to my knowledge, I could not find any mistake in any of for any of the any of present here, like speaker or table topics, speakers. Everyone is very good. So this is all about my today's report. Thank you, everyone.
Master Mamta, for that wonderful grammarian report. Okay, next, I would like to give you overall report of today's session. So we had a wonderful session today. So first, I would like to give a big round of applause for all the people who participated in all the all the events. I would like to give a big round of applause. And first, starting with our we have started 10 minutes late for that session, for this session, because of some but we got a bigger room. That's okay. Finally, we got a bigger room without an issue. So, and also our grammarian Mamta have given a word of the day and praise of the day in the sheet before time, so that people can plan and use their use the word of the day and praise of the day in their speeches. Okay, and roles were discussed and distributed properly at the start of our meeting, so that there will not be any confusion during the meeting, and everybody aligned with their roles and gave justice to their roles. Okay, and that Sergeant at Arms, Dakshayani, took the role for the first time, and she delivered it properly, and she started the meeting with energy and made everyone to relax and comfortable. Even though she has taken the first role for the first time, she did justice to the role. And also coming to President, our President introduced our guests, and he told about the history of Toastmasters, and also President gave the formal induction for our new joinees in the club, for Toastmaster Devi and Anek, and Toastmaster Kaushal it is the second day of this stoicism. So he gave us the overall, what are the important values in our life with courage, and he included every real values that are required in our life. So those were discussed, and we really enjoyed. Everybody enjoyed, and I hope everyone received the message from this from Toastmaster Kaushal through this stoicism. So, and we learned about procrastination, and also I want to bring to this in this session that last time we and our club members went to Division F contest, where we have wonderful speeches, So like that, each speech was a takeaway for each speech. In each speech, we have received a lot of information and message from each and every speech given by our eight speakers and also table topics. So I was thinking that if I don't have attended that meeting, if I have procrastinated by postponing that thing, I wouldn't have received that wonderful message from that Division F contest. So I just want to highlight that. And Toastmaster, I would like to congratulate and kudos to Toastmaster Anek for taking the role for the first time for this table topics master. And he joined recently, but with courage, he came forward and took up the role. Thank you, Toastmaster Anek. And with that, I would like to invite guests also, who Muhammad and Pooja, who have participated in table topics. So with that, there is no, so next time, so the plus points or the improvements, what we can do is next time we have to make sure that the room is planned in prior time, so that will not waste time or misuse the time, so that we can plan the time properly. And because as finally the quote says, the time is money. So let us plan properly before time to book the room. Okay, with that, that's it from my end. So with that, I would like to hand over the stage to our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ravindra. That was a wonderful summary of this session, and of course, we will take the feedback and we'll work on that. I understand that we had a little bit of technical glitch today, but we overcame it and we did it in a style. And we lost 10 minutes around in that, but I think we could manage after that because we only had one speech. So thank you so much for your feedback. Can we have a big round of applause for Toastmaster Ravindra? All right, Shailu, are we having the polls as well?
Yes, Dinesh.
Okay, so before we move to the last thing of the session, I'll just take one more minute to conclude for today's session. So it's not only about the ancient philosophy. Stoicism has also found a lot of relevance in today's medical science. Of course, not medical science exactly, it's more of the psychological help that anybody gets. So there is one thing called rational emotive behavior therapy, which is called REBT, which deals with, okay, let me share my screen. I can show you this. So if you see this, it actually treats the conditions like depression, anxiety. Okay, sorry. Yeah, treats conditions like depression, anxiety, addictive behaviors, phobias, and all. So if you understand, the teaching is about arresting your negative emotions and reacting in a way we want, and not how the other people or other actions want us to react. This is all about making your thoughts rational instead of irrational, and making your emotions in control, in total equilibrium. So I hope you will read more about it and bring all the positive changes that you want in your life. With that, I'm signing off, and thank you for listening me with very much patience. And now I would like to hand it over back to our president, Toastmaster Shalu. Can we have a big round of applause for Toastmaster Shalu?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kaushal. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause for each one of you for such a wonderful execution of the meeting. Special thanks to our newest member, Toastmaster Anek, for taking up the role, as he is not here. Dinesh, can we have the ballot on the QR on the screen, please? So I request all of you who have not voted, please scan this QR and vote for the best role taker for the day. So I can say this Toastmasters meeting is always a stress buster. You have seen such a laughter, like apart from knowledge sharing session, it's a stress buster. You'll laugh, you'll enjoy, you will interact with the people. And this is the beauty of Toastmasters Club. So thank you, each one of you, for making this so happening meeting. Thank you so much. And also special thanks to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Kaushal, for such a wonderful execution. So Toastmaster Kaushal is always an inspiration for all of us. And also I want to do a special mention to Toastmaster Ravindra. He is like a comedian material, I can say. With such a sense of a beautiful sense of humor he has. So kudos to you, Toastmaster Ravindra. So keep entertaining us throughout the session and throughout our Toastmasters journey. So kudos to you. And it's my suggestion, you can just try the stand-up comedy as well as the Toastmaster. Kaushal, yeah, already told you about this.
And comedy.
Yes. So everyone voted?
Yes.
Ah.
Okay.
So before moving forward, I would like to call our guest, Muhammad Asif on stage to please share the feedback about today's meeting. So can you please come on stage to guest Asif? Give a huge round of applause. You can just tell us how you felt and what suggestions or feedback you have for us.
So coming to the feedback of whatever I attended today for today's meeting, I would like to say that this was like not on my expectation front, because it was like so much well organized, and the evaluation part was also really great, which we could identify our drawbacks, and the one the agenda which has like how many fillers we are using, and the timers, like these are really beneficial for our self development. So yeah, it was great attending on and knowing about the entire team and the agenda on the very first day. I really liked it, like everything. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your feedback. You can take a seat. Okay. So Dinesh, can you please tell us the results?
Yeah. So the best speaker is Daipayan. Best evaluator, we have Nali. The best
It was a tough competition, I must
I
say.
know. Anyway, we have the best table topic speaker as Toastmaster Krishna. The best role taker, without a doubt, Toastmaster of the day, Kaushal. And the best in auxiliary role taking was a tie between me, myself, and Toastmaster Mamta.
Oh,
round of applause.
Congratulations goes to Odisha. It's promoting Odisha.
Yeah, oh yeah. I didn't notice that.
Thank you so much, and congratulations to all the winners. So with this, I formally announce this meeting as closed, and I would request everyone offline to please join me here on stage. We'll have a group photograph, and online people, please come on video where you will get captured.
Abhinav, if you're there, can you come on video? Yeah, Abhinav is also there. Okay. What happened? Yeah, it's taken.
We just had some offline fun. You won't understand. Sorry.
Done.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay, thank you everyone. And as a PR initiative, I would like to tell 15 days go left for Coronation 2024. So
Yes,
if you haven't taken the tickets, so prices are increasing. So just take the tickets.
Toastmaster
see you
Shallow
all
will sponsor. You'll sponsor it, yes, that's it.
I'm not a sponsor. Being a volunteer, I'm also paying.
By the way, just one more quick point. It is all put our hands together for Toastmaster Shalu for getting that award, prestigious award.
Triple crown, yeah.
Triple Crown Award.
Well,
Where are the
well
crowns?
deserved.
Shallow, you must wear the crowns.
I'm not got yet, na. It is yet to deliver.
Coronation.
Can I give you?
Yeah, that is there.
Pin
Pin is
is
there. Yes.
Nice.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.